I welcome you back to the Britick channel. Today we are talking about the Colorado River. We will be doing an update. We will be seeing what's going on the Colorado. With that being said, let's roll right on out to my graphs. I have them all updated. I got them automated, which is pretty cool. There's still a little niche here and there, but for the most part, this thing is running pretty good. So off we go. We are starting at the Flaming Gorge. You can see that the current water level is 6,030.47 feet, and that was on Wednesday, September 13, 2023 at 5 p.m. The level is 16.53 feet below full pool of 6,047. Changes since yesterday. This thing is down 0.02 in the last 24 hours. Flaming Gorge is down 0.12 feet in the last 14 days. And over the last year, Flaming Gorge is down 16.54 feet. And we continue to roll. And you can see that in 2021, the level was 6,020.77. Last year, the level was 6,013.93. This year we're at 6,030.47, 10 feet higher. Inactive pools 5,871, dead pools 5,740. Flaming Gorge is up 16.54 feet from 1 year ago. Flaming Gorge is up 9.70 feet from 2 years ago. Flaming Gorge is up 159.47 feet from inactive pool. Flaming Gorge is 290.47 feet away from dead pool, and we continue to roll to your inflows and your outflows. Your current outflows are 16,901 and your current inflows are 1,478. Percent of capacity is 85.65% of capacity, and we continue to roll on here. We are currently at Lake Navajo, and you can see that the water level is 6,049.95, and here's the other two, and that was on Wednesday, September 13, 2023 at 5 p.m. The level is 35.05 feet below full pool of 6,085, and changes since yesterday. Lake Navajo is down 0.14 feet in the last 24 hours. Lake Navajo is down 2.36 feet in the last 14 days. However, Lake Navajo is up 28.10 feet. In 2021, the level was 6,027.72. Last year, the level was 6,021.85. And this year, we're at 6,049.95. Your dead pool is 5,775. Your full pool is 6,085. And Lake Navajo is up 28.10 feet from 1 year ago. Lake Navajo is up 22.23 feet from 2 years ago, and of course Lake Navajo is 274.95 feet away from dead pool. We go to your inflows and your outflows. Your current outflows are 827, your inflows are at 485. Percentage of capacity not quite 70, 69.02% of capacity. And down to Blue Mesa we go next. Blue Mesa's water level is currently 7,503.20, and that was Wednesday, September 13th at 2023 at 5 p.m. The level is 16.20 feet below full pool of 7,519.40 feet. And Blue Mesa has no change over the last 24 hours. Blue Mesa, however, is down 1.28 feet in the last 14 days. Blue Mesa in the last year is up 51.07 feet. That's pretty cool. And we go out to the chart here, and you can see that in 2021, the level was 7,445.20 feet. In 2022, the level was 7,452.13 feet. In 2023, today, the level is 7,503.20 feet, and dead pool is 7,358.00 feet. As of September 13, 2023 at 5 p.m., Blue Mesa is up 51.07 feet from 1 year ago. Blue Mesa is up 58 feet from 2 years ago. Blue Mesa is 145.20 feet from dead pool. Your outflows are currently 1,706. Your inflows are 1,722. Percentage of capacity is 82.58% of capacity, so it's pretty high. It's not incredibly high, but it's doing okay. And down to Lake Powell we go next. Lake Powell's current water level is 3,573.63 feet, and that was Wednesday, September 13th, 2023 at 5 p.m. The level is 126 feet below full pool of 3,700. Changes since yesterday. This is down 0.06 in the last 24 hours. Lake Powell is down 1.29 feet in the last 14 days. In the last 365 days, Lake Powell is up 43.75 feet, and we continue to roll. Lake Mead's full pool is 3,700. In 2021, the level was 3,548.30 feet. Last year, the level was 3,529.88 feet, and this year we're at 3,573.63 feet. Inactive pools 3,490, dead pools 3,370. As of September 13th at 5 p.m., the level is up 43.75 feet from 1 year ago. Lake Powell is up 75.33 feet from 2 years ago. Lake Powell is 83.63 feet from an active pool. Lake Powell is 203.63 feet from dead pool. And now we roll out to your inflows and your outflows, and your current outflows are 5,334 and your inflows are 3,403. Percentage of capacity is 36.16, up considerably. Last year we were like at 24, so we're doing pretty good overall. So we continue to roll on. Down to Lake Mead we go, and Lake Mead we are currently at 1,066.30 feet, and check this out, we are literally really close to 2021. We're not too far off the mark, and there's still an outside chance that we may hit it, so we'll have to wait and see. We'll look at windy.com in a little bit and see what's going on there, and let's continue to roll. This is Wednesday, September 13th at 5 p.m. The level is 162.70 feet below full pool of 1,229, and changes since yesterday. We got all positive arrows, everything going up. 0.08 in the last 24 hours. Lake Mead in the last 14 days is up 0.95 feet. In the last 365 days, Lake Mead is up 22.34 feet. That is taller than 3 people stacked. So pretty impressive, huh? With an average of 6 foot. And now we go out to Lake Mead's other graph we got here. 1,229 is your full pool. 2021, the level was 1,067.70 feet. Last year was dismal at 1,043.96. Today we are currently at 1,066.30 feet, and inactive pools 950, dead pools 895. As of September 13th, 2023 at 5 p.m., Lake Mead is up 22.34 feet from 1 year ago. Lake Mead is down 1.40 feet from 1 year ago. Lake Mead is 116.30 feet from inactive pool. Lake Mead is 171.30 feet from dead pool, and we're getting really close to that October 1st deadline where we'll be through the water year, and we'll be looking at those numbers later in the month on that. So we continue to roll to your outflows and your inflows. Your current outflows are 6,411. Your inflows are 8,869, and percentage of capacity is 34.40%. So we're a third of the way full, pretty much, just a little over it. And we go out to Lake Mojave next, and your current water level at Lake Mojave is 643.26 feet, and that was Wednesday, September 13, 2023 at 5 p.m. The level is 3.47 feet below full pool of 647. Changes since yesterday. This thing is down 0.15 feet in the last 24 hours, and I did see that they are releasing water for some endangered fish. That's what I come across whenever I was doing some research on it, why it always drops, and there you go. That's why. I can't remember what the endangered fish was, but that's what's going on at Lake Mojave. Lake Mojave is down 0.12 feet in the last 14 days. Lake Mojave is down 0.76 in the last 365 days, and Lake Mojave is 642.31 in 2021. In 2022, Lake Mojave 644.02 feet. Today, 643.26. Dead pools 533. And as of September 13, 2023 at 5 p.m., Lake Mojave is down 0.76 feet from 1 year ago. Lake Mojave is up 0.95 110.95 feet from 2 years ago. Lake Mojave is 110.26 feet away from Deadpool. And your inflows and your inflows are 7,918, your outflows are 8,506. Percentage of capacity is 94.26%. And for the final stop of these graphs, we are going down to Lake Havasu, and you can see that the current water level at Lake Havasu is 448.63 feet, and that was Wednesday, September 13, 2023 at 5 p.m. Lake Havasu is down 0.08 in the last 24 hours. Lake Havasu is up 0.94 feet in the last 14 days. Lake Havasu is up 0.1 in the last 365 days, and you can see full pool's 450, 448.83 in 2001, 448.53 and 448.53 last year, 448.63 this year, 440s, power loss, 400s, Deadpool. As of September 13, 2023 at 5 p.m., Lake Havasu is up 0.1 feet from 1 year ago. Lake Havasu is down 0.02 feet from 2 years ago. Lake Havasu is 8.63 feet away from power loss. Lake Havasu is 48.63 feet away from Deadpool. And inflows and outflows, your outflows are 8,545, your inflows are 8,636. Percentage of capacity is 93.60 feet. And for those of you who are wanting to watch the weather real quick, let's do that last. For those of you who are living in California, there's a little bit of precipitation heading that way. It's a little early yet, but we're going to focus in over here in Colorado where the majority of the water comes through. You can see over in Telluride's going to get almost 2 inches. Aspen 1.35 inches. Grand Junction 0.69. Steamboat Springs 0.58. And is this just a thing to come? It's been really wet last year. It's been fairly wet this year, especially through here. And we will go to new snow and see if this is snow. And look at this, ladies and gentlemen. The first snow forecast is coming. You're talking about 9.1 early on September 13th, so you're talking not even October yet, and you could get 9.1 inches of precipitation there in Colorado. You can see it's spotty at best. There's a little bit over at Aspen. Aspen's talking about 5.4. Vail's talking about 2.3. Not a whole lot. Steamboat Springs, trace. Not much. So we will be watching this very carefully to see if this comes to pass. Up here for the Flaming Gorge up here, you can see that they're already starting to get some precipitation as well. 6.1 inches. So it is snow season, ladies and gentlemen. You can see on the map all the way across, especially up in Alaska, it's already starting to get a ton of snow already. So we will be watching this very carefully. You can even see down in Peru down here, in Chile, all this down here, they're still getting a ton of snow. So that's what's going on. That's all I got. Thank you guys for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed the video. Sorry for the long delay. I get really busy and I got a lot of things going on. YouTube is just part of my life, so I will try to get here more often. I promise that. It's getting colder out and less to do in the garden, so that's good news. Thank you guys for stopping by. Have a blessed day. God bless.